So this is an honest question for feminists, and I promise this isn't an attack or I'm not looking for an argument, but what is your real objection to the men's rights movement? Because most feminists that I talk to are against the men's rights movement and are against MRAs, but I can never really get a valid or sensible reason why. I usually hear arguments such as, oh, MRAs don't actually care about helping men, it's really just an excuse for misogyny. And along with the lines, oh, well, MRAs only talk about men's issues as a way to discredit women's issues. That one never makes any sense because what would be the point? And first of all, it's just not true because I think as an MRA who's active in the movement, I think I would know when MRAs talk about men's issues. And the answer is we talk about men's issues all the time because we genuinely care about them. It's not some secret excuse to try and suppress the conversation on women's rights. It's not some secret whataboutism to feminism, and it's not some secret excuse to hate women or be against women's rights. It's because we actually care about the issues. Then sometimes another argument feminists use against the men's rights movement is, oh, well, we don't need the men's rights movement because feminism helps men too. Which A, doesn't really work because it really shouldn't be up to a women's movement to decide what men's issues are and how those issues should be addressed. And secondly, actions speak louder than words, and feminism does not help men too. And I know feminists make the claim that, oh, feminists help men by challenging the patriarchy and harmful gender roles, but guess what? Saying that doesn't actually mean anything. It's just words that has no tangible meaning in the real world. What actual laws are feminists fighting for or fighting against to help men's rights? What are feminists actually doing about actually doing, not just tweeting about patriarchy, actually doing? What are feminists actually doing about conscription or unequal pension ages or circumcision or domestic violence against men or the education gap or the life expectancy gap or the homeless gap? What are feminists actually doing? Because what I see feminist organizations such as NOW, such as the FOSS Society, actually do are campaign for domestic violence laws or homeless laws that blatantly discriminate against men and hurt men. So I don't really buy the argument that we don't need a men's movement because feminists have decided that feminism is enough. So I'm inviting any feminist who wants to really give a case, why is the men's rights movement a bad thing? And thirdly, in case you want to talk about how toxic incels or hateful MAGTOW, first of all, a lot of people are MAGTOW not because they hate women, but because they're afraid of marriage because of the consequences. And secondly, the incel movement, if you could even call it that, and the MAGTOW movement is not the same as the men's rights movement. There are many married men and women in the men's rights movement. So please, tell me your objections.